Go loco with us, go loco with adventure, your unofficial cast to all things local guides. Yeah!
Hey folks, welcome to the Go Loco Podcast YouTube channel. My name's Adrian. I'm a level 9 local guide from Malaysia. And today we are doing a reaction video on the Guiding Star announcement that was just held yesterday. It is not live. I had some technical complications. I could not do it live. So we're doing a post-announcement reaction video. And for myself and Kristin, we've actually watched the video already, but for Peter, it is his first time. So we'll just talk about the video, talk about the Guiding Stars 2022, and just comment on the various bits and bobs about it. But before we get there, I'll just introduce the guests that I have today. They're special guests. I'm so glad that they're here today. So go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Well, I'm Peter. I'm a level 7 local guide, and I was one of the Guiding Stars in 2020, 2 years ago. Seems like forever ago. And like Adrian said, I was busy yesterday when the announcement was on live. So I'm looking forward to seeing it for the first time and seeing the excitement of who's a Guiding Star and also the announcements that are being made this time.
Hi, everybody. Cheers. My name is Kristin, and I am a level 10 local guide. I'm super excited to be here. And I think we've all got our nice hot drinks. We are ready to watch this video. And as Adrian mentioned, I have seen it, but I'm looking forward to watching it again. There's just something different about being able to watch it a second time as opposed to the first time. There's like a chat going on, and you're like, everything's happening really fast. But now it's like actually being able to sit down and really focus in on it. So super excited to be here. Thanks again, Adrian, for having me. And Peter, of course, it's good to see you. And I hope everyone enjoys watching this video with us.
So where are you at the moment, Kristin?
Oh, that's a great question. I am on the Isle of Man, which is a small little tiny island located in the United Kingdom.
And I'm on the mainland of the United Kingdom, about 30 miles north of Manchester in the north of England.
Yeah, and I'm somewhere in Manchester nearby. So Peter and I are not too far away from each other. And I actually had Peter come over. Was it last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels like for a long time ago. It does, yeah. So I actually had Peter over, and we did a tour exploration of the Manchester Christmas markets. I've got tons of videos to go through, and hopefully I'll edit them and get them out as soon as possible. But I was also over in Frankfurt over the weekend, and I did some videos there. So I'm going to do a Manchester versus Frankfurt Christmas markets and see which ones the viewers think is the nicest or something like that. So it'll be interesting anyway. Right, so first, before we go to the video, I just want to talk about the localguidesconnect.com, which is this official forum for all the local guides from all around the world. If you're not on the website yet, do go to localguidesconnect.com, sign up for it, and join us in the forum, and also post your thoughts, your comments, your experience on the Local Guides program, and just share everything in there. It's a really nice platform, and we use it a lot to keep in touch with local guides from all around the world and to see what they're up to. So they have a Guiding Stars page at the moment, and you can find out everything in there about the winners for this year's Guiding Stars and also the different categories that they're in. And I'm just going to, if I can work my computer properly, kind of scroll in here. So they actually have an extra category this year, which is, if I go to the actual page here. Last year they had 5 categories, and this year they introduced a 6th one, and on Sustainability Star. So if you're not familiar with the categories, they are Helpful Hero, Inclusive Mapper, Creative Contributor, Community Builder, Local Business Champion, and Sustainability is a new one. So Kristin and Peter, what were the categories that you were nominated or that you were in your respective years?
Well, I was one of the community builder Guiding Stars in 2020. I involved a lot in local meetups, arranging local meetups, real life ones.
And I, in 2021, was a local business champion. Being an expat and traveling the world a lot, now I live in the UK, but I still travel a lot. And so I think that supporting local businesses and really letting the world know about their existence is super important, because that's really where you get into a lot of the culture. And also that way you're helping the local community when you're traveling as well. So.
Yep, definitely. And I was in community builder because I was active on Connect. I was doing various challenges and projects that got the community, I guess, excited and active on the forum. So that was my category that I was in.
And you were the only guiding star who managed guiding star 2 years in a row.
Not the only one anymore, though. You soon find out who. You soon find out who are the winners from last year who got selected this year as well.
Every day, local guides show us what it means to be helpful, like pointing someone in the right direction, sharing useful advice, or going out of their way to make a difference for others. Together, they're helping build a more connected world for all of us to explore. They uncover rich local histories, like Barak in Turkey.
Every place has a story. I make sure my reviews include those stories.
They share their world so visitors can explore like locals.
Being a parent, I think, what would I want to know if I were coming here with my kids?
It's important to be authentic. I want people to know the very best available to them.
They build connections with other local guides, like Shirla, who arranges meetups to welcome new community members in Nigeria. Whether it's photos, videos, or 360 imagery, local guides immerse us in a place. Like Melissa, who photographs the Twin Cities from up close and sky high.
I hope my photos inspire others to get out and explore their communities.
Or Nehit, helping people view schools, hospitals, and transit centers inside and out.
I always look for opportunities to show people something they wouldn't normally be able to see.
Local guides are committed to creating a more sustainable world.
By spreading awareness about recycling, we can make big environmental changes together.
They champion the everyday entrepreneurs, like Harsha in India, who likes to highlight the small ventures that go unnoticed. And they uplift their communities.
I am passionate about welcoming people to the beauty of my country.
What makes this community so special is a passion to make the world a better place for everyone.
With every place added, photo taken, and review shared, local guides inspire us to explore our world. So for all you do, everywhere you go, and all that you share, thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah, that was a great intro.
I love the stylized Google cartoons.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome. I'm Kristin, and I'm the event lead for the Local Guides community for Google Maps. Thank you for tuning in to our 3rd annual Guiding Stars event. This is one of our favorite moments of the year. It's our chance to recognize, thank, and celebrate you, our incredible community. I could not be more excited to be joining you all today. From sharing amazing photos and videos, to writing thoughtful reviews, to making sure the map always reflects the most up-to-date information, the contributions from local guides continue to make Google Maps great for everyone. As is always the case, choosing this year's Guiding Stars was quite the challenge. There are over 150 million local guides representing every corner of the world. Each of you have contributed something valuable to Maps, and while we can't thank everyone individually, know that we appreciate all that you do. We have a great program for you. You'll hear from Google Maps product managers who work every day to make the contributor experience better. From enabling you to share amazing videos, to making reviews more useful, and making it even easier to find the best places and experiences, no matter where you are. We have a new category of honorees this year, and we'll be recognizing all of our outstanding guiding stars. Now, I'd like to introduce you to...
Okay, before we get to it, sorry. I have to say that I'm really glad to see that a lot of familiar faces, but also a lot of new faces. So I think it's around 50-50 split between new and familiar ones anyway. So it's nice to see a lot of friendly, familiar faces there. I just want to say that I was really glad to see Shola getting chosen this year. He's a really nice guy. I've obviously known him on Local Guides Connect. He's always there. He's very active, and he's a really friendly guy. Super thrilled and excited to see him get chosen as a guiding star for 2022. So
have you seen the announcement for that already?
Yes, I have. Yeah.
Yeah, because that hasn't come up on the video yet.
Sorry, say it again.
That hasn't come up on the video yet. We don't know.
Yes.
I don't know who's been chosen yet.
You're right. It's because there was a clip of Shola in the beginning, and you weren't sure whether the clip was just of another local guide or is it a winner of Guiding Star. And you find out soon. Sorry for spoiling that for you. Yes. But basically, I think everybody that you see in this video, they are Guiding Stars for this year.
Yeah, I was looking at all those little icons of all those faces to see who I could recognize.
Yeah.
I'd like to introduce you to Chris Phillips, who leads the Geo team. He'll tell us more about how, just like you, the Geo team is working to make Google Maps better for everyone.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Phillips and I lead Google's Geo team. I'm so excited to once again be kicking off this year's Guiding Stars event. Every day, we receive more than 20 million contributions from people using maps. That includes everything from business hours and phone numbers to photos and reviews. This year, our Guiding Stars played a part in contributing over 3,000 reviews, adding more than 70,000 photos, and nearly 3,000 videos. Together, this group has shared over 160,000 contributions. You all play a critical role in making our map a more trusted product for more than 1 billion people around the world. Isha, a level 8 local guide from India, says, "Every contribution matters and counts. The smallest updates and edits help millions of people." Google Maps powers the most helpful, trusted, innovative digital representation of the real world. But you, our incredible community of local guides, brings that world to life. Your reviews, photos, and facts make it easier and more fun for everyone to discover new experiences around the globe or around the corner. Take Danila, a level 7 local guide in Italy, who loves reading and writing reviews that help travelers experience a place like a local. She knows that a really good review can help people find hidden gems all over the world. And Morten, a level 10 local guide from Denmark, who is working on a step-by-step guide on how to take the perfect storefront photos, which can make it easier for people to find shops they're looking for. You can check it out on localguidesconnect.com. As we think about the future of maps, we're investing in ways to make it more immersive and visual. So you can go from simply knowing about a place to experiencing it before you go. In the coming months, we're adding an immersive view, which takes all the useful information you can find in Google Maps and brings it to life in an immediate and highly visual way, helping you experience what a place would be like today, tomorrow, or even later in the week. And with Search with Live View, you'll be able to tap the camera icon in the Maps.
So, any thoughts on the immersive view?
Really cool.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, I don't know how they've done it, but it looks amazing.
It looks like it's part of the Google Earth bit that they've kind of included into the Google Maps bit. So that'll be really interesting to see. I think from an overview where you're like trying to see what the general area is like, the immersive view would be really helpful. But then you zoom in, then I guess it just goes into street view and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see how that feature plays out and how useful it's going to be.
Yeah,
exactly.
And the other thing that I think of as well is for people who may not be able to get out and travel a lot due to health reasons or physical reasons, or maybe they just don't feel like it. I always find that I prefer to see a lot of areas via drone shot. And so a kind of an overhead view, like a bird's eye view. And I feel like this really gives you an opportunity now to see areas without trying to find those drone shots on YouTube, for example. It's almost like it's already there. You can just kind of not just drop yourself to the area to get a 360 view, but to be able to have an over bird's eye view, which is amazing. I think that's great.
I'm slightly different because I actually like to go on YouTube and search for videos where someone's just walking through a neighborhood and it's got like a 360 camera and he's just panning here and there. So you're just watching someone walk through an area. It's
Yeah.
weird, but yeah,
My
it feels
husband's
like
the
you're
same
there.
way.
It
He
feels
likes
like you're
that as
there.
well. Yeah.
It'll be great
Right.
as well for going for exploring places in other parts of the world and looking at different cultures, and being immersed in places like that when you can't actually do that yourself. I think there's a huge educational potential there as well. So you could take kids to immerse them in other continents, other countries, other cultures where we can't do that just in real life.
Yeah, definitely.
Search bar and pan over a street in front of you to quickly find restaurants and businesses, making local discovery more natural and intuitive. And soon, with our new Neighborhood Vibe feature, you'll be able to open Google Maps, zoom in on a neighborhood, see what's popular, and quickly get the vibe of the area, thanks to the helpful photos and information from all of you. Building for a more sustainable...
The neighborhood vibe, that one I think is going to be really interesting and really cool. Because I think the difference between that and the immersive view is that immersive view, my worry is that it's going to consume a lot of data because of all the information that you need to present. Whereas with the neighborhood vibe, it's still on the flat version of Google Maps, but it pops up this little bubbles that says, here's an interesting place for you to go to. And it looks like they have a video that's running as well in the pop-up. So that'll be cool to see. I think I like that anyway, because if I'm trying to figure out a place and I don't really know where I need to go, all these little pop-ups that's based on my preferences or past visits or history, then I think that would help me to decide where to go to.
Right. And also, right now, like let's say, for example, when I visit London and I want to kind of see what's happening, I go to that area for exploring kind of, what are the most recent food posts in London and what are people up to? And I can kind of see, but this allows someone to kind of go more specific to a neighborhood area as opposed to it just being a generic city. Mm-hmm. And then that way, when you are in a big city, such as London, you can kind of go, what do I want to do tonight? You can kind of look around the map and see, what's going on here? Oh, look, there's a Christmas market there that I didn't know about. Like, maybe people are posting all sorts about the market and you're like, oh, wow, it's really trending right now. I want to go be in an area where, there's a lot going on. So maybe you would go there. So I think it kind of opens up that opportunity as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I really like the fact that if something's trending, I hope to see it pop up in my map so that I know that, it's recent, I can still go to it and still experience that whole thing live, I guess.
And how often do you think the neighbourhood vibe is going to be refreshed? Do you think it's going to be very recent for every neighbourhood? Or do you think they'll get a little bit dated? Do you think it'll be sort of like recorded and then maybe changed a year later or something?
I guess it depends on local guides and people, general users who submit reviews and photos and videos to Google Maps. So I would imagine that they will surface all the fresh content as opposed to the older ones. But again, if there's nobody visiting a neighborhood and there's nobody writing reviews and posting photos there, then the content's going to be a little bit stale. But at least it still gives you an idea of what was there previously.
Yeah. And, again, being in the 2021 small business thing, I wanted to share something, which is something that I quite often try to talk with small business owners to let them know about, Google Maps and Google My Business, which is a sub app for small businesses to be able to control their Google Maps listing. And the one thing that I share with them is, you might not think it's important to very kindly request that patrons that you have a good rapport with post pictures or reviews or things like that. You might think it's not that important, but actually, if someone is on Google Maps quite often and they open it up and they want to go to look to see what's happening in the area with the explore, latest in your area, right? So if someone's in that thing on Google Maps and they're looking, that picture or that review that person posted within the last month will pop up. And now it's even more important. It's almost like there's even more of a sense of urgency to not wait too long before posting pictures and reviews. Because sometimes I do that, right? Sometimes I wait a few weeks or a month. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to leave a review, or oh yeah, I'll post that picture later. But actually now it's so important to do it in a timely manner because that will affect that neighborhood drop down thing. Like you mentioned, Peter, how do I know if these pictures are recent? How do I know if that's actually trending? well, if more people don't wait quite as long like I do, then it will help with this feature of the neighborhood thing.
Absolutely, yeah.
To be able to explore better. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same as well. I wait for a few weeks and then I
So
do
do
all
I.
my reviews at the same time, and then I'll wait for the next batch to do.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same, and it's becoming a fault of mine.
Yeah. But I think I guess maybe there's going to be an emphasis then on fresh content, and the more recent you record it and the more recent you post it, then maybe it's better for everybody in the community.
And I think that will work in bigger cities and larger places with an ever-changing visitation. But in small rural places, I think that's likely to suffer a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyway, it'd be really interesting to see how it all works out.
Yeah. But it doesn't really suffer in the sense that even if the content is not fresh, as long as there's content there, and some of the content doesn't need to be fresh.
I totally get that.
Yeah. Especially like if you write a review for a restaurant and the restaurant hasn't changed in terms of quality or the staff and service, then you would expect a review that's 3 months old might still be relevant today.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get on with the rest of the video.
Well, just give me 1 second. I'm going to move chairs. The sun's decided to move.
And we are taking action with the new investments in Maps capabilities to help consumers and developers. We launched eco-friendly routing in the US and Canada last year to help you find the most fuel-efficient route to the destination. When making decisions about what place or business to visit, reviews are one of the most helpful and trusted sources of information. Feedback from the Local Guides community directly impacts our product development for Maps. We continue to evolve the tools and features available to write reviews. You'll hear more from Jean Choi later. You are helping us create the most helpful and trusted digital representation of the real world. Please continue to share your reviews, videos, and edits and more. Thank you again for supporting your communities and making it easier for people to explore the world around them. And now, I'll pass it over to Rashmi to reveal our first 2 categories for this year's Guiding Stars.
Hi, I'm Rashmi. I'm an engineering leader on the Geo User Generated Content or UGC team. And I'm a local guide, level 6. I love to go hiking in the Bay Area and share photos of hiking trails. When I'm not hiking, I lead the engineering team that builds the platform, which ensures we can accept contributions from business owners and users like you. I'm so excited to announce the honorees of 2 of this year's Guiding Stars categories. First up, we have our local business champions. These Guiding Stars go out of their way to support small businesses on Google Maps. Small and independent businesses are the backbone of our communities. Your contributions help millions of others discover and connect with the local businesses you love. Like Rafael, who uses his photos, edits, and reviews to promote local tourism in Puerto Rico. On Connect, he shares posts about traditional Puerto Rican dishes and local spots to explore. His reviews focus on local restaurants and coffee shops, highlighting service, cleanliness, what dishes are being offered. This year, he also created a list of coffee and chocolate tours on the island to highlight local businesses to visitors. Let's give a round of applause to all of this year's local business champions. Yuichi, Danila, Daddy, Elijah, George, Kate, Kevin, Raphael, Chris, and Steffi. Up next is a new category for 2022, Sustainability Stars. As Chris mentioned, we believe that building for a more sustainable future is critical. These Guiding Stars contributions help millions of people lower their carbon footprint and minimize their impact on the planet. Hermes is passionate about sustainability and recycling, while Jessie creates lists of plant-based restaurants and highlights vegan dishes at the restaurants and cafes she reviews. Small changes can have a big impact and we can get more done together. Please join me in congratulating this year's Sustainability Stars. Antonella, Hermes, Flavio, Alexandre, and Jessie. Congratulations! Now, please join me in welcoming Jean, who will tell us more about what Reviews team is working on.
Thanks, Rashmi. I'm Jean, a product manager on Google Maps and a local guide level 5. My team works on building the tools that help you write reviews on Google Maps. I love using maps to find the best bakeries and udon restaurants in Tokyo. Users like you tell us that when you're deciding where to go, reviews are one of the most useful and trusted maps features. Reviews help you understand what a place offers, what the vibe is, and what stands out about the experience. At last year's Guiding Stars event, we announced a feature that was inspired by local guides: structured reviews for US dining restaurants. Structured reviews make it easier to quickly share your experience and prompt details like how much you spent and what dishes you'd recommend. We're happy to announce that we have now launched structured questions worldwide, not only in dining, but also museums, hotels, and parks. We've also expanded the types of questions that you can answer in a structured review, including free-form entry questions, where you can provide additional details and context on topics such as amenities, service options, and wheelchair accessibility at restaurants. By sharing this information, you can help make it easier for others to find what they need, from convenient parking to great vegan food all around the world. We know from our research that price information is one of the most important things people look up before deciding where to go to a place. With the answers you provide through structured reviews, we can now aggregate that information to provide Google Maps users with a more accurate view of pricing at restaurants in more than 30 countries. Now you'll see concrete price ranges, like $10 to $20, instead of just dollar symbols, along with a breakdown of the votes from users. This is just one way we're using your reviews to make Google Maps more helpful, and we can't wait to do more in the coming year. I'm excited to see all the new information you'll share, as writing reviews becomes easier and more useful for everyone. Thank you, local guides, and congratulations to this year's Guiding Stars.
Hi. I think those
Go ahead.
I think those structured reviews are a really wonderful idea, and now that they're being made available across the world, I think that's great. I think it will encourage so many more people to write reviews in a positive and very helpful way, and it will also make it really very much more, make places really very much more accessible for people using them, including people just such as my wife, who's vegetarian. We quite often hunt a long time for standard restaurants that have a good vegetarian option, and that will really help.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think the structured reviews come in really handy when folks don't really know what to write in the reviews, so it kind of guides them. Say like, what about this? What about that? You know, like it's a price range here. You know, stuff like that. So that's really helpful.
Yeah, I remember Adrian. I think it was you that I learned from a great way to structure a review and how you decide the stars. And I remember you used to do this thing where you said, you know, I'm giving X, 4 out of 5 for this, 3 out of 5 for this, 5 out of 5 for this. And so therefore, my overall review is a 4-star or something. And I feel like that kind of, like you mentioned, it's helping other people who may not have thought of it that way to kind of go, oh, I don't know, I want to leave them a 5-star, but how much, like, what do I write for this? So maybe they write a review, but then they're prompted to give more information, like, you know, how is the accessibility? I think that's super important. And Peter, like you said, for your wife, you know, are there vegetarian options? And so all of these things that people might not have thought of before are now being brought to the forefront. And it's helping a lot of people to more easily be able to leave really good, thorough reviews.
Really agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I like the fact that they're pulling all this information together and then showing to the user and the end user, you know, like this particular venue that you're thinking of going to, this is what the price range is going to be like, and stuff like that. So that's I think it's going to be really helpful, especially for me anyway. I like to look at all this, like the pricing and then the reviews as well, and what the general vibe for the place is.
Yeah. And as well, you know, quite often when I haven't been to a place for a long time, you know, you want to make sure that you have the notifications turned on for the Google Maps on your phone, because what it will do is it will prompt you. It'll say, you know, do you want to leave a review for this place? And things like that. But the other thing it started doing for me within the last few months was, do you want to update your review? And so that was something that I didn't often quite get. Maybe it's because for a while I wasn't traveling or whatnot. I don't know. But now it's saying, do you want to update your review? And then when you go into it, if you do want to leave an update, you can, but now it's also giving you those other options that weren't there before. So it's almost like old reviews can now be updated, and you can also add all that other stuff on there too and get extra points for it. So.
Yeah, definitely. I've been seeing that recently as well quite a bit, And I felt really guilty when I go like, not now, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, but it's really good what they're doing in the sense, as you said, that they're trying to get us to refresh our old reviews to follow the new format and provide more information there. So that's good.
Yeah.
I'm Yatin, and I'm a longtime engineering leader for Geo. I lead the technical strategy for Geo's UGC team, including our local guides efforts. In the past, I've led development of our navigation and map rendering platforms, along with our mobile and web map apps. It's really important to me that Google Maps is a place that truly represents our diverse world. In fact, one of my most memorable engineering experiences was drawing rainbow-colored routes on Google Maps for LGBTQ+ pride in cities around the world. One of the things that I love about the Local Guides program is the inclusive community you all have built together, both online and off. Your participation on Connect and the real-world meetups you host are inspiring. And with everything you do, you make sure it's accessible and inclusive for all. For this reason, I'm really thrilled to announce this year's Inclusive Mappers honorees. These guiding stars help build a better map for everyone, like Jordan, whose 60 published lists include kid-friendly restaurants, accessible attractions and playgrounds, Black and Asian-owned businesses, and LGBTQ+ friendly places. By sharing details, like which restaurants are wheelchair accessible, which hotels are LGBTQ+ friendly, and what shops are led by veteran or Black individuals, this diverse global community advocates for and supports one another. Please join me in congratulating our inclusive mappers. Abdullah, Amal, Isha, Jordan, Linda, Megan, Naresh, Jake, Shofiul, and Yasui. This attitude of inclusivity has helped to build a strong, committed community of local guides. Community is one of the most important parts of the Local Guides program. And your contributions to help and support other local guides have been noticed. Shola, Ghazi, and Ricardo organize meetups of local guides in their communities. Torben and Farid are active on localguidesconnect.com and are quick to welcome new local guides and share their tips and experiences. Congratulations to this year's Community Builder honorees: Farid, Ghazi, Mukul Anand, Mukul Rahman, Morton, Ricardo, Sonia, Shola, Torben, and Traveler G. Thank you again for all that you do for maps and your communities. Now I'm going to turn it over to Masa, who's going to tell us more about what's happening around video.
Thanks, Yatin. Hi, everyone, and greetings from Tokyo. I'm Masa, the Senior Product Manager for Creative Content on Google Maps and a Level 8 local guide. I work on features that let all of you add photos and videos to places. This includes the Contribute tab, the Community Feed sheet in the Explore tab, and of course, the Place sheet, what you see when you get info about a place. I'm thrilled to share some exciting things happening around video. 1, you can now add videos to reviews. And 2, you can now add videos to photo posts, which, by the way, I guess makes them media posts now. And we know that videos can really help when deciding where to go, giving you a better sense of the vibe or the dishes and products than just a still photo. So you'll start to notice videos appearing higher in our rankings, especially on Place sheet, to make it more visually immersive and just more fun to look at. So the next time you're getting ready to snap a photo, I encourage you to try shooting a video instead. We're still learning what works best for both our contributors and our end users, so let us know about your experience and how we can make it better. And here's some tips. Hero shots of dishes or products, like a close-up of sushi or a bowl of ramen, are particularly useful. And scenic pans or walkthroughs, like a mini tour of this temple. And now I have the privilege of announcing our next category of honorees, creative contributors. So obviously this is a category that's...
Okay, sorry, before we go to the honorees, what are your thoughts on the videos having a bigger focus in reviews and photos and stuff like that. You're muted, Peter.
Sorry. I was moving my chair around because the sun's blinding me, so I muted myself to so I didn't disturb you all.
Yeah, you remind me of the James Bond film where there's like a laser beam coming towards you, and you're constantly trying to move around.
Well, I'm trying to avoid it. I think it really keeps us up to date, doesn't it? With adding videos to reviews, I think it makes it much more sort of current. 2020s rather than 2010s. It's lots of people will find that much more sort of accessible than just pictures.
Yeah,
it daunts me about the prospect of actually taking videos, going into a restaurant and doing a walkthrough with a camera might not be quite as popular as just taking the odd picture. So I might balk a little bit at doing it, but I'm not ready to go.
Well, I know for me, just because it's the way the world is going, not only am I starting to take pictures of, my food and the atmosphere, but I'm also taking video for social media platforms, and also just to send to friends and family. Mm. And even though they're short, like probably under 5 seconds, I think maybe I will now start considering adding those to Google Maps, where before I didn't really feel that way, because before I thought I really want to do a really good video, 10 to 15 seconds, up to 30 seconds, maybe even, and just, this and that. But now I'm like, well, actually, maybe I should start uploading some of those shorter videos to Google Maps, and maybe people now will see them and they'll watch them, and it will actually be quicker for them to see, a 4 or 5 second video as opposed to a 15-second video anyways. So I think they're probably just trying to get on that trend of having video because they know how engaging it is for a lot of people out there. Yeah.
That's a very interesting take, because I have something, my mind is completely different in the way I would attack this new feature, in a sense that I'm trying to do clips that are 30 seconds long. 30 seconds is the maximum length that you can upload a video clip to Google Maps. And I'm actually targeting 29 seconds as opposed to 5, 10, or 15. But I think you're more attuned to what's popular in the social media space, and people wouldn't really want to watch a 30-second long video. So I think I might be doing it wrong now.
I guess it depends. If someone is at their home and they're researching their upcoming trip, then they would watch longer videos. However, right. If they were like me in London last week and I'm like walking to the tube, I'm like, where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Oh, let's check out this place. I'm only going to be looking at a few seconds of a video before I smash off of it. So I guess it just kind of depends.
And what would you want to look at when you're looking at videos? Would you want to look at the food or the place, or what is it that would entice you to go and visit it?
That's a good question. Probably a little bit of both, I guess.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
If you're in one particular place and you want to look at the menu as live videos, you could have 2 or 3 second shots of each of the individual dishes and see what the options were, for instance, rather than just a plain photo. That would be a good thing to do.
But I would prefer a photo, I think, for a menu, because I'm just slower to digest it and going like, this dish has this. Yeah. Do I want it? Do I eat it? I don't know. I'm just slower when it comes to menu things. But I guess you could do a video and flip through a menu perhaps, as opposed to taking a photo of every single page.
Yeah.
But the way I was approaching it today, but then I may have to rethink that after what Kristin said, is that normally I would do short clips like 5 to 10 seconds long, and then I would upload them to Google Maps individually. But because there was this push to promote videos, I was then trying to think like, well, maybe if I spend more time on my videos and make it more presentable, people might watch it more. So I was trying to aim for 30-second long videos. And what I was doing is that I would merge multiple shorter clips into one longer clip. Mm. So at the moment, I'm doing like 10 seconds of the outside, 10 seconds of inside, and then another 10 seconds of the food. And then I just merge it all together and put it all in a single long video. But then that means I only upload one video, which means I only get points for one video as opposed to 3 separate clips. So I don't really
It also means that you spend a lot of your time editing videos and spending a lot of extra time, whereas Kirsten's way would just be to have a short 5-second video and upload it, another short 5-second video, upload it without all that editing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also that way you can subcategorize it in the sections at the top of each map. So it will be like, video of outside, video of inside, and food, as opposed to a video that's incorporating all of them, which is a great idea, Adrian. But also when you're categorizing at the top, I don't know if the AI would know how to categorize that exactly.
Yeah, I think you're right. It needs to be split up into separate clips so that's easier to be grouped together. Okay. Well, the good thing is I haven't uploaded the videos that I was going to upload yet because I'm still working on them. So, okay, that makes. This is a really good, useful discussion because now it's changing the way I'm doing my videos again. So, okay, it makes a lot of sense. Lots to think about now.
Yeah, but you could be posting. I mean, not to take this another step further, but those videos that you have created that are 30 seconds long would actually be beneficial on other platforms, because that way you're almost promoting those businesses on other platforms as well. I mean, just saying, and then that way you haven't completely lost them,
That is part of my thought process because I was going to use them as YouTube Shorts.
There you go. Exactly. And that is a Google company. So it works out fine. Yeah, exactly.
So, and then because the channel is about local guides and about exploring your area neighborhood, I thought having YouTube shorts of all the different places that I've been to would be quite a fast way to just introduce a place. So that's why I was thinking of both trying to do a video clip that can work for both YouTube as well as Google Maps. But then I think I just need to keep them separate because it's more useful for Google Map users if the clips are individual areas. So I think that's a better way to do it.
Yeah. And I might also suggest for your YouTube shorts, for those 30-second videos, that maybe at the bottom of each one, say something like link to Google Maps info in description or whatever. And then that way someone watches it and they're like, oh, that place looks really cool. I want to go there, rather than them trying to find it online and spend time trying to find it online and going in and out of the app and all of this. That way they can just go to the description, click on the Google Maps thing, and it will take them straight to that listing. Then they can save it, or even say, depending on if you're subcategorizing them, you could say like my favorite coffee shops in Frankfurt as a list on Google Maps. And then you can say link to my list of my favorite Frankfurt coffee shops in the description. And then they can go to that link and that will take them to your Google Maps list. So there's a lot of different ways to kind of integrate it. And that's awesome. It's really good.
And that's why Kristin is amazing at what she does.
Absolutely.
It's like a one-on-one coaching session here. I'm like, yes, good points.
I work off of coffee.
It's near and dear to my heart. These guiding stars are sharing high-quality videos and photos that help millions of people make decisions about where to go, what to do, and what to expect. You can practically smell the coffee and the pastries in Cammy's photos and hear the birds chirping in Anna's photos of parks around Poland. So please join me in congratulating all of this year's Creative Contributor nominees: Anna, Ashley, Carlos, Cammy, Melissa, Michael, Pratik, Humberto, and Anzu.
Hi, local guides. My name is Carolina, and I'm so happy to be back here with you all. I'm a local guide level 5, and I'm also the product manager for the community-powered content feed in Maps. Not sure what that is? Open Maps on your phone and swipe up in the Explore tab. Here you'll find a feed of cool places to go and things to do, as recommended by people who are in the area. This includes your descriptive reviews and inspiring photos. It even has updates from the business owners themselves. We know people come to Maps to discover new places and find information to help them decide where to go. So we designed the community feed to help inspire people when they're looking for something to do nearby, but they don't have a particular place in mind. You can use it to discover things to do and places to try, specifically in the area where you are. And we've been hard at work finding new ways to surface that valuable local information you share to create a rich and immersive experience. Now, we're expanding this feed so that when you search for any place, like a neighborhood, a city, or even a state, we'll deliver the same experience to help you explore what's worth doing there. So when I search for Tokyo on Google Maps on my phone, I can swipe up to see the recent photos and reviews shared by our amazing local guides in Tokyo. I know lots of folks here really enjoy traveling, just like I do. And the community feed is a great place to learn about what's happening anywhere in the world through the eyes of other people. You can even tap on a local guide's profile straight from the feed. And if you find them to be helpful, give them a follow. And to make it even easier for you to find the right place, the feed now has category filters, helping you narrow your search based on what you're interested at that moment, whether that's places to eat and drink or things to do in the area. I'm a huge foodie, and planning my meals in a new city is really important to me. By tapping on Eat and Drink in the community feed, I'm able to browse all the photos and reviews that Maps users recently posted at restaurants and bars in that area. I'm looking forward to hearing about all the cool places you visit after discovering new experiences from other Maps users in the community feed. Thank you, local guides, and congratulations to this year's Guiding Stars.
Hi, I'm Michael. Level.
Wow, that was a lot to unpack.
Yes, it is.
So I just tried it out right now really quick, actually, because I'm going to Thailand next month. And so the way I got to that feature that she was talking about, because right away, it wasn't intuitive. Maybe they're going to update it. But so I typed in Bangkok and then I swiped up thinking that it would show me like stuff happening in the area, like she said. But actually what you need to do is exit out of it on the X. Then while you're still hovering over that area, that's when you'll hit the explore button. That's when it will show you, it will come up and it will show you all of the stuff in the area, which is great because now I don't have to wait till I get to Bangkok to decide what's happening, which markets should I go to. I just do a quick search, X out of it. And as long as I'm hovering over that area, I click on explore, says latest in that area, swipe up, and it shows me all of the people that I can follow as well. Like, let's say, for example, this is something that they introduced, was it last year? I think it was, with the follow feature. Might have been a little before that, and basically any of these people that are leaving reviews and talking and pictures and all that, if I really vibe with these people and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to be going to Bangkok next month, so maybe I should probably start following them and seeing what they're up to. I can then click on them, see where they've been. I can follow them. And all of that. So I can see what's happening just in that area. So if anything, this is very similar to the one that we saw before, where you're just looking at the local neighborhoods of what's happening. But this is more sort of a more broader type feature in the explore button, which is really cool. So you can do some, what's the word? Research in advance, which is great for me, especially when you're going to be traveling and things like that. So yeah, that's really cool. That's great.
And I assume that, as you say, it doesn't quite show it in the search results at the moment, but I assume that that's what they want to do, to integrate the Explorer function or feature into the search results so that when you search for a place, you can then see this community feed pop up in the results. I actually don't, it's a mixture of, I do use it and I don't use it the way that they want me to use it, I guess. I'm not sure if I explain it correctly. But when I do use it, I'm flicking through really quickly and just looking at the photos. And generally, I find that it's a bit of a hit and miss because it's more like, is there anything in the feed that is going to inspire me to visit it? Usually, when I use Google Maps, I already know that I want to do something or I want to go somewhere for breakfast, for instance. So I'm searching for breakfast as opposed to going to the feed and then browsing through there, because with that, I'm not sure whether is it going to be, I can't filter it. Whereas if I do a search, I can filter it with like, I want it to be this number of stars, I want it to be open now, I want it to be this and that. So I find that it's more useful when I'm doing a search to use a search function. And the community feed, unless I'm just browsing and just wondering what's there, I don't really use it that often.
That's true. That's a really good point.
And I was on completely different level with that video, that part of the video. And I was thinking, I need to watch it all again. and learn where these functions and features are in Google Maps. It's like a tutorial. So I'm just learning as I go along here.
I think what would be really interesting is that if the community feed becomes almost like a social media platform on its own, like it's a food channel or a travel channel specific feature. So rather than you go to TikTok and you're browsing through the videos, or you're going to YouTube and you're browsing through YouTube Shorts, you're going to Google Maps and going like, I just want to look at food pictures today. And you just browse through food pictures and you use the community feed or the Explore feed to kind of give you that consumption or that content. So I don't know, maybe you'll go into that. I mean, there's a follow, and I think one of the things that we've asked before was that if you could message another person or another local guide on Google Maps so that you could say like, hey, I saw that you've been here and you want to ask a question or something, I do not know, things like that. And I also don't actually use the follow function too much because it's useful when you want to, let's say, follow someone in Thailand to get information about Thailand because you're going there. But the moment you're not in Thailand, I don't actually want to see that information anymore. So I feel like it's a little bit difficult where if I follow someone, I'm always going to get posts about Thailand, but I only want to see it for a specific moment in time. So I don't know, it's a bit difficult.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I think probably they're just allowing different things for what people, like you said, Adrian, for you want to search by star, you want to search by particulars. I'm more of I just want to see what's the newest, trendiest place to go. And therefore that would probably pull up if I'm just searching, because my area around here where I live is such a small area and there's not a huge amount of Google local guides. So when I go to that Explore feature on just my island in my area, there's not a lot that happens. So if someone's posting something, a new restaurant or food images or whatever, I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know that place existed. So for me, it's beneficial. So I think it's just to each their own, whichever works best.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
giving different options.
Because I do know that people use it in a normal way. I'm quite weird in the way I use the features. So I don't use it like in a very social way. I just use it for information specific. I want the information for this, and that's what I want. So
yeah. Well, the stars thing, for example, I use that most when I'm going to a new city and there's loads of bubble tea shops. That's when I'm definitely searching by stars. I'm like, I want to know, who's got the highest stars, what's their price point. I want to see all that stuff like at a glance right away. I don't want to be searching and seeing what's trending necessarily. I want to see the facts. So yeah.
7 local guide, and I lead the product team working to bring you exciting new ways to share experiences. Like some of those we saw today from Jean, Masa, and Carolina. Like most of us who work on maps, I've spent a lot of time on the road. But what strikes me is that no matter where you go, there are always individuals, like you all, that will go out of their way to help others when they need it most. So I'm especially grateful to our last group of honorees, whom we call helpful heroes. These guiding stars contribute in ways that help their community both on and off the map, like Kashif and Shaheen from Pakistan, who were inspired by the Local Guides Clean the World project and came together to clean up Clifton Beach in Karachi. Or Haoming from Taiwan, who has added hundreds of roads to the map this year, helping people get where they need to go. Please join me in recognizing and thanking this year's helpful heroes. Adam, Burak, Mahabub, Harsha, Kashif, Lalo, Haoming, Nahid, Sain, and Shaheen.
Hello, I'm Kevin Reese, lead of the Geo UGC team. Let's give a hand to our 2022 Guiding Stars. What an impressive and inspirational group. To learn even more about our honorees, like their favorite places they visited this year, top tips for other local guides, and what this community means to them, visit g.co/guidingstars. We look forward to staying connected with all of you on the Local Guides Connect Forum. On behalf of the Google Maps team and everyone around the world who benefits from all of your contributions, thank you. Adding a road or updating a business's hours of operation might seem small to you, But these additions have the potential to change how people like you explore and experience the world. I'm humbled by everything you share to ensure Google Maps has the most accurate and useful information for every user. Editing facts, verifying accessible spaces, and championing diverse businesses makes a better map for all. There's so much to love about the Local Guides community, and I think Ricardo, a local guide level 8 in Mexico City, said it best. The Local Guides community is a great way to expand our horizons and learn about the world, the diversity of cultures and hidden marvels. It's also a reminder that we are all similar, even if we live in places far apart from each other. Thank you.
Fantastic.
That was great. That was a lot of fun. And I'm so excited that they integrated all of the new features throughout the video.
That was excellent, wasn't it, the way they did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really like that.
It's fantastic. I really like the helpful heroes is very humbling in the sense that people go really, really out of their way. And it's not just a local guides thing anymore. It's not just a Google Maps thing. They go out of their way to either help the environment or improve accessibility, and they go on workshops and presentations, and they help spread the word about all this. It's just fantastic what these people do. So well done to all of them.
Congratulations to them all, yeah.
Yeah, congratulations.
Part of the great
all of the 2022 Guiding Stars. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, I think I do not know whether you have any other comments to make about Guiding Stars or various features, but if there isn't any, we can wrap it up here.
I think I'm going to go and watch the whole video again. You've both had the advantage of watching it twice. I think I'm going to go and reabsorb it, but it's been excellent. I'm good to spend time with both of you discussing it.
Yeah, same.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us in here for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to my guests, Kristin and Peter, for, again, helpful being here and, again, giving such amazing feedback about this. I've learned so much. I'm going to change the way I'm doing my videos.
I'm going to start doing them.
Yeah, and I hope you enjoyed this little video and like a feedback reaction video. And if you want to know more about the Local Guides program, go on to g.co/localguides. If you want to know more about the Guiding Stars, go to g.co/guidingstars. And if you want to go to the official Connect forum, that is localguidesconnect.com. So all the links will be in the video description as well. And I hope to see you all there. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Go local with us. Go local with adventure. Your unofficial cast